And welcome back to Lakeside Showdown. My name is Will Inglis IV, and with me is the fabulous, the wonderful Randy War. And we've already had some awesome Overwatch action so far this morning, and I'm just impressed with the level of play we've seen so far. I mean, we've had the GOATS meta, we've had the 2v2 meta, we've had some overtime matches as well, so it's going really, really well.
Lots of exciting matches. The results of Group A and Group B are in. From Group A, we'll be seeing SUP and Spec Gaming advance to our elimination stage. In Group B, we'll be seeing Spicy Boys with a nice 3-0 advancing to the elimination stage, as well as the Google Boys. So we will all see those teams play later in the day. But right now we have Tranquility versus the versus Double Jeffpardy.
Oh, yes, right, Double Jeffpardy, yes. The
on Gibraltar.
On Gibraltar. Nice.
As we move in game here, both teams are getting set up. Gibraltar, lots of different compositions. You typically see the dive coming out on the first point, but we will see what these teams do here. Will, what are you most looking forward to here from these two teams?
I'm looking forward to see what the regular can do on I forget what role he plays in the moment, but I do know that like we want to see the death of the GOATS comp with Baptiste being released and everything else, and that's just oh my goodness. Okay, so so we do have double jump already. So Tranquility will be the attack to start off with, and like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing right here and Bangarang, from what I understand, also, and Jolis is pretty good as well from Double Jeopardy side. And it looks like we will have a variation of
Double Jeopardy is coming in with looks like the bunker composition on defense here. Double Jeopardy, a lot of these players, you might see some familiar names if you've been around the Discord server. A lot of these players have played in a lot of prior events, and they have a lot of chemistry. They've all played together many, many times. Tranquility, I believe, is also a team that has played together in Open Division as well. So these teams have both a lot of chemistry. We'll be very excited to see what they do. However, Double Jeopardy with this bunker composition with the Baptiste, the new hero, who just went live on the competitive ladder on Tuesday of this week coming out. That's going to be very, very strong with that bunker composition. Of course, his main ability is that immortality field that negates all damage past 40 HP, so they can keep that Bastion up. He will be target priority #1 for Tranquility. They already have the Sombra. That's going to be their main point of attack here. That Sombra's going to get a hack off on the Orisa or the Bastion, get them off that high ground. It's going to be very tough for Tranquility to get some room as they start moving this payload. Already taking out the red gear. Yum on this Bastion. The Mercy damage boost. So much damage. Double Jeopardy is going to have to be very, very careful with their approach.
As they approach the choke point here, it looks like the bunker composition is doing work, and that Bastion is just having free damage on all their takes and getting another couple kills here. Now, I don't know if they're going to retreat or they're going to try to take out that Bastion. And then Winston does get refreshed, so we're going to see like now going to go to high ground, and looks like Tranquility is going to back up and try again.
Rez does come out, but it's not enough. Variat gets picked on the Mini Diva, and we are firmly stuck here on this first point. Double Jeopardy with a great position on that high ground. Tranquility, they do have Val coming up, but not so much in the way of ults. However, Double Jeopardy with that Bastion ult, it's going to be a big trouble for Tranquility. No support ults for them.
Now, Regular did switch off from Ashe over to Reaper, so I'm not sure what that if he's going to try to use the teleport ability to get to the high ground. And it looks like they're going to try again, and it's still, bunker composition still holds. That Bastion has not been touched.
Tranquility having a very tough time getting in here. This Bastion's just putting out so much damage. You see how quickly that Diva mech just melted, and he's still holding on to these ults. Double Jeopardy starting to stack 5 ults up for them. None for Tranquility. Valk comes out. It's not enough. They will have to be resetting here. Bastion ult does come out, sending
now
a
there's
message.
A troll play here, because he just does ults for no reason, but these players are going to get some extra damage on these players while they're going to get to the point, and the Winston's probably going to go down as well.
Yeah, it's looking like a full reset here for Tranquility. What they're really looking for is to farm this EMP that Alela has on the Sombra. They do have the Trance up, but Double Jeopardy, again, has so many ultimates. If they can get a big EMP here in this next fight, they should be able to push this payload through the first point. We'll have to keep an eye on the Sombra and see where she positions.
Yeah, that EMP is definitely going to be important to try to disable this high ground position that they do have, and it's been really working effectively. They have gotten no further than the choke point on attack for Tranquility. But Regular also has the Reaper ult coming up as well, so they might have a little bit of a chance here. And EMP is about 9% off from being complete.
Minute 20 on the clock. NPC goes down. Yum just doing what he's been doing, melting this team over and over. NPC does get rezzed by Abe here with the Mercy, and then we see Bangarang on that Baptiste dishing out some extra. So much damage coming out from Double Jeffpardy. Very, very difficult for Tranquility. They're going to have to group up, push together. Here comes the EMP. EMP gets all 6 of Double Jeffpardy. Huge EMP, and we see Red Gear with the Reaper ult gets 4. Gets the Diva D-Mech as well. And Tranquility looking like they are going to push to this first point. That is all they needed. Stack EMP, stack some ults, push Double Jeffpardy all the way back. Let's see if we see some switches. We do out of Double Jeffpardy. It
just seemed that Red Gear needed to have the right ultimate to get past this bunker composition. Who knew the EMP plus Death Blossom combo would take them all out?
Very pops the Hanzo ultimate, but doesn't pick up anything. Trank does come out from Light Rose, and Tranquility is moving here. This Reaper Diva ult coming out from Jay Richstone, picks up NPC. Tranquility down there, main tank still fighting. This cart is still moving. Let's see if Double Jeffpardy can retake some space here on the second point. Diva Bomb coming out of Gilmed. See if he picks up. He picks up 2 players, and the Immortality Field can't survive there. They must have been out of range. Red Gear cleaning up with that Reaper. So much damage. Double Jeffpardy will have to regroup here, come back to their spawn. It's looking like they might swap back to a little more of a Reinhardt, something a little more stationary to deal with this Reaper, because he's just running wild. Already has his ultimate up again. Joel is coming back to stall the point. Last-ditch effort. Let's see if it's enough.
Man, after doing so well on point A and having gold defense, now it's just like Susan Tranquility has their number, and is now going to take the second point. If they can just get that Winston off the point, and Jolas is holding on for dear life and gets,
yeah, Primal Rage comes out, just a little bit of a stall, not enough. They'll have to regroup. I would imagine that Jolas is looking to swap here. You see Variant on the Zarya. Yeah, Jolas does go back on that Reinhardt to deal. It's just so tough to get in there with the Winston, with the Reaper and the Sombra as well. Sombra does have EMP coming in here.
Go ahead.
Finding his position, picking his spot. Here comes the EMP. Being patient with it, taking his time. Very smart play by Alela here on the Sombra, realizing that the team had lost the fight. They're going to regroup, look for a second try here.
So, Tranquility is a little bit up on the ult economy at the moment. They have at least 1 EMP and the support ultimate from Zenyatta. We also have a Diva ultimate on Double Jeffpardy's side, so like it seems that we're just going to regroup here and take one more shot at this point. They have 2 minutes and 20 seconds to do so they have a pretty good time banking if they can just finish this point out. But we'll see here. Another fight's enduring.
Big EMP comes out, gets 6 again, and down goes Quick the Ninja, down goes Bangarang, Variant, Jolas. Double Jeffpardy is dropping like flies. Well done by Tranquility. Very good coordination on that, making quick work of that team, and they did so only expending the EMP.
We still have that support Molten online, and they're just a few meters away from finishing this map in quick succession here.
And the Red Gear with another great Reaper ult picks up 2. Diva Bomb coming out. Gonna pick up the Red Gear out of position. Big anti-grenade on the cart. Everyone is very low. Both teams are relatively even in the player count.
So it's the last minute
big shatter coming out from NPC, picks up the entire team, and they will be cleaning up here. Tranquility looking like they're going to take this point. Last ditch effort.
Just get rid of the Zarya pops his ult with desperation here. Got one more, and there it is. That should be it. No, another last minute effort here.
The stall is real. They are right outside the spawn door, but they are trickling in one after another, dying to all this damage. It should be a matter of seconds before
and there we go. Here it is.
Tranquility capping 3 all the way with plenty of time to spare. We'll see if Double Jeffpardy can answer on their own attack.
Absolutely. So we saw a bunker strat. It wasn't a ghost strat to start off with, but the bunker strat was very, very effective up until the Sombra EMP. And then afterwards, it's just like kind of slow ruin and got all the way to the end of the map. They have 1 minute left in their time bank. So I don't know. I mean, like it's good. It's a good time bank for just this map, but at the same time, like gotta do better than Tranquility on attack.
Absolutely, and you can really tell that Tranquility was ready for the bunker composition. They came out the gate with the Sombra, so they were expecting it. We'll see if they pull a bunker comp of their own here on their defense.
It's so nice to see like Baptiste being used in that way. It was pretty cool to see the damage amplification along with that bunker strat, so just all that damage. But again, that's why we have counter strats, we have Sombra, we have other ways of dealing with this. So
Immortality Field doesn't work if you're hacked and you can't put it down. So
yeah, absolutely.
Big EMPs coming out of Lella. We'll see Tranquility running a very similar composition to what they ran on attack, not opting to go for that bunker composition. Double Jeffpardy, however, running the triple tank, triple support composition with the Orisa, the Roadhog, and the Zarya.
We'll see what they can do on attack here. 15 seconds to start.
It's interesting that they're opting to go with a Lucio here. It seems like they're going to be pretty stationary, pretty much staying on the cart with their current composition. It's kind of a, bait them in and punish any poor positioning choices by Tranquility.
We'll see if he'll stick with the Lucio here. Maybe one just wants to scout out this composition to make sure that he can get through the choke point. I mean, I know that first choke is really, really hard. You see, they're going to, looks like they might switch. No.
Trying to scout out, see what the defense is running. Jolis is going to go back to spawn here.
Yeah. So he's going to switch to Reinhardt here.
We'll see the Reinhardt. They have scouted the Sombra. Going to have to be something to be keeping an eye on. Jay Richstone is hacked, however, manages to not lose too much health.
I mean, don't count out Zenyatta either. You can still do damage.
He can do a ton of damage. That Discord Orb was nerfed in the last patch, but nothing a little headshots can't fix.
So Tranquility is playing a little bit forward here past the choke point. It looks like they have a little bit of confidence to try to take down some of these players. Only one player has died from Tranquility as of yet, but it's still holding their own right here in front of the point.
Very aggressive there. The Red Gear a little too aggressive, losing his life. But Gilmed will take down Variant here and will get stuck in this little mega room and can't even grab the health pack because it is hacked.
He almost had it, and now Double Jeffpardy was going to move forward here. If they don't get back to the point, they're going to capture this first point with plenty of time to go. 2:46 left on the clock.
Tranquility here looking to regroup and stall this point. Come back with a counter push. NPC does have his Earth Shatter online. EMP's online, as well as you see Transcendence come out from Light Rose.
Yeah, a lot of
big shatter, big EMP picks up 6 again. Alela with a tremendous ultimate. Double Jeffpardy starting to fall one by one as they have on their on the other side of their defense. These EMPs have been so much trouble for
a lot of ultimates used in that last fight there, so we're going to have to reset this again.
Yeah, I think we saw around 4 ultimates from the side of Tranquility.
Yeah, and definitely a couple of support ults that came out. So now Tranquility has the Graviton Surge and the Nano Boost, so at least 1 support and 1 damage, but Double Jeffpardy with the Diva Bomb and the
big anti-grenade coming out from Abe. Does pick up Yum. Double Jeffpardy going to have to regroup again. They do have a significant ult advantage here with a lot of their support ults up. You see the Diva Bomb as well as the Graviton Surge coming online shortly here. Tranquility not too much in the way. As you said, they do have the Graviton Surge as well as the Nano Boost. It's going to be a matter of execution here for this next fight. I don't think that Tranquility will be able to get their Transcendence up again. Just
here we go again.
Comes out. Nice sound barrier coming down. Counter grab comes out as well as EMP, and we see Double Jeffpardy is making their case here. Strong push, cleaning them up. I don't think anyone died on their team. Lots of ults came out.
All 6 are still alive here, so they're going to take point A here in magnificent fashion. Now it's 2 minutes to the clock, and they're going to go for point B.
Yeah, Light Rose getting Transcendence just a second too late as we see Double Jeffpardy being very aggressive. They might get punished here as NPC with a tremendous shatter. Picks up a bunch, and Double Jeffpardy is going to be pushed back. It's back and forth here.
But at the very least, they tried. They tried to be aggressive and try to catch Tranquility out of position, but that all cost us 3 members of the team, and it's still being staggered backwards. So hopefully Double Jeffpardy can reset their squad here and try again for this point. But and Baby Diva is still alive. I mean, that's almost. There you go.
Gets his shoot back. Honestly, there hasn't been much of a swing in momentum as we saw on attack for Tranquility. They kind of capped the first point and then just kept going. We see a little bit of push and pull from both teams here as Joel starts moving up with this Earth Shatter, looking for his opportunity. And maybe here you see the Reinhardt charges. Could be a mistake. Jay Redstone picks up Abe with his Diva Bomb. Jules with a nice charge right here with the last-ditch effort of the Death Blossom. Will be mainly negated by Jay Redstone on that Diva. However, both teams still relatively even, still fighting here. Light Rose does have Transcendence in the back pocket if they need it. Opting to save it here. Double Jeopardy making their way up. You see EMP coming up here from the left. He's looking for a spot.
This is where you initiate this fight right here. He's waiting for his turn. He's going to set up here. Oh, he got caught, so he has to pop that EMP immediately.
Gets 6. Diva Bomb comes out. Nice combo.
And Double Jeopardy just wiped off the map here. Diva, the only player still alive.
Yeah, it seems like every single fight that they get the EMP off, it's always been a 6-man EMP, and they've always won that fight. They're going to have to figure out a way to counter that somehow. Quick the Ninja did not have Transcendence up in time. However, again, Double Jeopardy coming up on a lot of ultimates. Light Rose does have Transcendence on the side of Tranquility, however.
But you're going to need more than a support ultimate to get through this point here. So
absolutely.
Double Jeopardy is regrouping here. And they have some ultimates of their own online. They do have the Zenyatta ultimate online, and also Brigitte is going to come up as well. So we're going to see this fight coming up here.
Both teams poking, looking to find their spots. Reinhardt's both
coming there we go.
Trance does come out. NPC with a nice charge on Jolis. Takes down the Reinhardt. NPC does have Shatter. He uses it.
And they're pushing Double Jeopardy back again. With a minute left of the clock here, they might want to just regroup here, save their ultimates for the next fight. They're going to have one more push before the time will run out, and they will lose this map to Tranquility.
40 seconds on the clock. One thing I have noticed is Tranquility does tend to use a lot of ultimates at once. You see Double Jeopardy with almost all of their ultimates online. 3 so far, 2 coming right up with the Reinhardt and the Diva ultimate. So this is going to be a very crucial push. Looks like it's going to probably go the way of Double Jeopardy.
Well, you never say never in Overwatch, you know. 60 seconds can last a long time. So we're going to try this again. Double Jeopardy with all 5 ultimates. They're starting to fight. There comes the fight.
Big Shatter coming out from Jolis, picks up a bunch, and now we still have Graviton Surge in the back pocket. Sam Barrett comes out. Double Jeopardy cleaning it up. Wisely opts to hold the Graviton Surge for the next fight. Does Double Jeopardy manage to not expend too much in the way of resources to win that fight? Managed to cap the second point here, minute 22 on the clock.
But they got to move quick. I mean, that was almost an overtime here, so they only have a minute and 30 to get to point 3, and that's just to put the tie so we can try again on the other side. But we'll see what happens. So we have at least 2 ultimates up. I don't know. Tranquility will have most of their support ultimates online, along with Brigitte and EMP, so we'll see some magic again from Alela coming up soon here.
Yes, third point very wide open. They're looking for this EMP Diva Bomb combo. Alela trying to farm her EMP. Double Jeopardy, not too much, nothing so far. There comes the EMP. Diva Bomb does come out. Double Jeopardy smartly taking cover inside that room, doesn't pick up anyone. However, Transcendence does come out from Quick the Ninja.
All right, Double Jeopardy try to stay alive here, try to stay on the point.
And a counter trance coming out from Light Rose. Both teams opting to just fight it out in that small room. Double Jeopardy getting pushed back. Gonna have to regroup here. 24 seconds left on this push. It looks
I don't know if they can get back to the point in time. They got 20 seconds left of the clock, and the very slow players here.
And if they do, they will be definitely burning that overtime wick here as we near the end of this third point. Varian looking for the Graviton Surge, picks it up. Here comes a Diva Bomb as well. Combo of their own. Gets blocked by NPC, but he goes down. Varian going absolutely wild on that Zarya. Tons of charge, tons of damage.
All right, you see that opponent victory here. There ain't overtime status at this point, so you have to stay on the point to finish this out. And they're trying to stop.
Tranquility regrouping here, opting to come out as a full team. Very wise to do so. And here we go. NPC picks up Jolis again with a charge. NPC with a nice shatter picks up Bangarang. Diva Bomb coming out on the side of Tranquility, doesn't pick up anyone, as well as EMP. It's looking kind of dire for Double Jeopardy. Oh, they go off the point, and that is it. Tranquility will take this map.
Absolutely, absolutely. Good stuff from Tranquility and Double Jeopardy as well, but just pulls it out in the end, the last point, which is usually where most of the time the fights for this map do occur. So we're going to see, oh, Zenyatta player of the game.
Very nice, very nice. See, this is exactly what they needed. This is why they won this fight. He managed to get his Transcendence off before Alela pops the EMP. And unfortunately for that last point, he wasn't able to get it. So,
yeah, good stuff. Like I like the play there. I like the play. I like the bunker strat comp, but it just didn't come out in the end, unfortunately, for Tranquility.
It was nice to see Baptiste being played a little bit as well. We haven't seen him too much yet.
Well, it just came out, so.
That's true. I'm excited to see if other teams will be experimenting with him later on in the tournament.
So that's just one of the group match stages. That's best of one. So. We're still in groups right now. We're still waiting for the elimination station. So this was a Group C.
This is Group C. We'll be moving over to Group D next. We'll be streaming a game from there. 3 matches being played in each group, and then we'll be moving on to our elimination stage here in the afternoon. So lots of action still yet to come.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll set up our next match, and we'll have more Overwatch action ready for you soon. And welcome back to Game 2. So we're going to get into Game 2 of our Lakeside Showdown 2019. It's going to be between the Molten Meltdown versus the Mighty Morphin Flower Rangers. That's a very, very interesting name for...
Yeah, Mighty Morphin Flower Rangers. Very long name, but we'll see they can be truly Mighty Morphin Flower Rangers here on Kings Row coming up.
So who's the 6th Ranger on the team? You know, is that the support ultimate guy, or I don't know.
I guess we'll find out. Whoever pops off
who's Tommy
the most,
in this
right?
particular situation?
Got to earn your spot.
Yeah. And I don't even think they have like actual Power Ranger names. I mean, that makes me upset. You know, like they should be like Red something.
Well, they're not Power. They're the Flower Rangers.
Oh, okay. So, but they don't even have flower names. I mean, come on. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. We're getting into Kings Row here. A hybrid map, and I like this map because usually there's a lot of action around point A up and until you get started, and then it's a mad dash for the finish, and then going towards the end. We're going to see if we're going to see more GOATS meta.
Yeah, hopefully we see some DPS here. I know Kings Row is a crowd favorite, but GOATS is the well-agreed upon composition for a lot of teams, so we'll see if Flower Rangers. We do see the McCree coming out from T. Leo.
Oh, hopefully. Some McCree action here.
Hopefully we get a, it's not a debate, and we get a little bit of DPS here, but...
yeah, it looks like Molten Meltdown is going to stick with the GOATS comp with Zarya.
Yeah, the 3-3. Everyone's seen it in Overwatch League. Everyone's seen it probably in their games as well. So.
Oh, we also have a Hanzo on Flower Rangers as well. So this is a very unique composition to start off with.
Yeah, very classic composition. The Zarya, the Hanzo ultimates combining and synergizing very well. We see Flower Rangers moving right ahead onto this point, trying to get some damage on that shield.
So it looks like they're going to try to focus down the Reinhardt on Flower Rangers, but we'll see. There's not a lot actually going on so far. They're just sticking behind the first choke. And now they're just going to walk right to the point here. Oh my goodness.
Big anti-grenade coming out. Jazzy Frasier has to be careful. He's very, very low. A lot of the Molten Meltdown players are low as well. T. Leo on the map also taking down 2. Aztec Samurai picks down Lagwar. That's going to be a big pick. However, T. Leo doing very well on this McCree. Looking like it was the right pick. Clicking heads, as they say, right-clicking as well.
Oh, I get the joke, the right-click joke. Okay, there you go.
Flower Rangers, yeah, they very handily take this first point. Not too difficult. We're going to see them take a little bit of space here. Molten Meltdown looking like they will get a full respawn on this second point, so nothing with... Oh, I spoke too soon.
Well, it looks like Flower Rangers is just going to go on the offense here, just be very aggressive here. They do capture the point, but they're just chasing down the members of Molten Meltdown to see if they can just get a little bit further ahead. And it takes out the Zarya. Aztec Samurai. So
it looks like Molten Meltdown just not too coordinated on coming out of spawn. Some of them getting caught up in the aggression of the Flower Rangers, and they are moving here. They're cruising on this first or the second point.
Yeah, so 2 capture point on the payload section of this is life here. So the longest quarter here is going to be the first point. And I don't know where Molten Meltdown thinks they're going to be playing. I mean, like, have they lost the map already? Like, why are they so far back?
Yeah, I think they're still looking to fully regroup here. Very long walk from the defender spawn to this point. They're looking probably to make their stand. Oh,
here we go.
Bringing the fight to them. Mofo Show coming, being a little too aggressive, gets picked off. Going to be a big pick for them as he does have Graviton Surge coming up. Aztec Samurai speak to Ryan, and Molten Meltdown are back here winning this fight and taking back some of the space they gave up. However, they have to be careful. Jazzy Fresh does get taken down by Darnuen thanks to the anti-grenade coming out from K-Cuz. Very well placed. Both teams will just be resetting here.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I'll take the loss on that if I can keep my ult economy up. And so, Molten Meltdown will have all 6 ultimates up on place, and with the Lucio coming in another 4%. But we're going to see another fight. I'm not sure who's going to initiate here. It looks like it may be the Graviton Surge if I were on the Flower Ranger side. But as I say that, it's Molten Samurai with the Graviton Surge of their own, and the Demon combo is coming in, and no kills coming out from it. The Salary comes out just in time, and now counter grab is coming up as well. And
lots of support ults coming out, nothing so far. However, that Dragon and some damage will be good enough to take down the Molten Meltdown on their defense. Looking to get some last minute stall here, maybe get a pick, but unfortunately it looks like this D.Va is going to be going down, and Flower Rangers will be taking this second point with plenty of time in the bank to push it all the way through on this third point. We will see.
So it looks like they're going to have just about 5 minutes or so to get to the second point here. Now this is where teams it's very difficult to get the second point, especially if a really good defense. So your economy has been reset here, so you have some time. You have some time to play with, but we'll see what Flower Rangers can come up with here.
Oh, it's an unfortunate pick there. The T-Leo does take down Speak to Ryan.
Oh, it looks
big
like
shatter coming out on the side of the Flower Rangers.
It looks like Molten switched over to, the Flower Rangers switched over to Farah at a certain point, and already doing damage and already having an ultimate up, so Jesus.
It is nice to see Farah coming out. I was a Farah main one back in the day, now not so much. But
now we got some more stall attackers coming from Molten Meltdown. They switched over to Wrecking Ball and to Bastion.
You see T-Leo with Barrage up already very quickly. He's going to use it on the Bastion.
That's unfortunate. Like a point blank rocket barrage.
See Graviton Surge coming out. Flower Rangers just cleaning up on this point. Molten Meltdown just trickling in, looking like they will need some serious stall from this Hammond.
That's probably not going to happen here because they're getting close to finishing this map out. All I got to do is get 1 or 2 more pesky defenders. Baptiste is also out as well as another switch.
That is an interesting switch for them, especially for the stall potential of that Immortality, but they sniped that. Immortality killed out, and here we go. Flower Rangers continuing to just pick off Molten Meltdown one by one.
And Molten Meltdown seems to be melting down. In other words, now the last hope is the Bastion, and Flower Rangers takes the entire map. So they will have 2 points, or 3 points, sorry, into...
Plenty of time on the clock there for the Flower Rangers. Molten Meltdown. Looks like they were a little confused at the end. Lots of switches coming through. Didn't seem like they were very coordinated on their defense as well.
Wow.
It may just be kind of the aggression of the Flower Rangers. They did opt to take a lot of space on that third point and the second point, caught a lot of them off guard, so to speak. So it looks like Molten Meltdown will definitely need to kind of regroup, get their composure back. It is the second match of the group stage for them, so they should be plenty warmed up. Right now, I think it's just coming down to communication and execution for them.
Yeah, that's unfortunate at this stage of the game here, but Molten Meltdown will have their opportunity on attack to try to show up the power, no, not the Power Rangers, the Flower Rangers up here. Rangers. So go Flower Rangers. I don't know. I'm out of puns, guys. I'm out of puns. Anywho.
So the Flower Rangers, again, opting with that 2 DPS composition, the 2-2-2. Worked out very well for them.
And Molten Meltdown is also going to go to the Ghost comp again, but this time they have a Widowmaker on place. Now that's a little bit of a classic here, so they're probably going to set up in that top spot and try to get some quick picks off with the sniper rifle, and then yep, that's exactly where she is.
Yeah, there she is. So
I know that's a very classic spot for Widowmaker on this map, and if I were on the Flower Rangers team, I would just be looking upstairs, but we'll see what happens, or if this is a troll pick. Oh, come on.
Oh, what a tease. We do have, going back to the triple support, triple tank for Molten Meltdown. However, he was just looking to scout it out, see what the team competition was.
Here I was giving Molten Meltdown some praise here for at least trying something different, but that's okay. We're going to go back to Ghost Comp, and the attack has just begun.
Yeah, Molten's doing, they're going through the, opting to go through the side room there. but will quickly be able to pick down Lagwar. So Molten Meltdown needs to be patient here and move down the line, as they do not have a main tank on the side of the Flower Rangers. However, big anti-nade coming out. Looking like Molten Meltdown is going to be cleaning up on this first point as well. Both teams very, very quick caps on this first point. And we see this poor McCree will get bullied.
Yep, so we're going to stagger him off. The Flower Rangers is going to retreat and let Molten Meltdown take the first point and choose to make their defense on the payload section of this map.
So let's see if Flower Rangers makes the same mistakes, if they will make the same mistake as Molten Meltdown and, you know, get caught up in the aggression of Molten Meltdown after this first
looks
point
like they're going to try here. They've got the Reinhardt shielded up, and they are going
quick switch over to the Pharah for Darnuen.
Well, it worked for Flower Rangers, so maybe it worked for Molten. Sorry, it worked for Molten.
Looking to push through a little bit more damage against this GOATS composition. Very, very effective in these tight choke points, Pharah is. Ooh. And you see T-Leo making judicious use of the right click, doing a lot of damage to that Reinhardt shield. And Flower Rangers cleaning up here, pushing Molten Meltdown back into their own spawn.
I mean, it's the difference between using McCree as a general DPS and just using McCree as a sniper for headshots. I mean, come on. Or just that, just 3-pick kills. And now, Molten Meltdown, after making so much progress, is now, falling back and trying to regroup here. Payload is stalled right by point A.
Molten Meltdown opting to go through the side here. Counter charge coming out. Very nicely done. Transcendence does come out on the side of Molten Meltdown. Ultimate's big Earth Shatter coming out on the side of Lagwar. Does manage to kill the Brigitte. Both Zarya's popping their Graviton Surges. They are staring at each other. There's not a lot of their damage is dependent obviously on being close. Big barrage coming out from Darnuen's.
Oh man,
Pharah picks up 2. Both supports for Molten Meltdown. Both teams are, well, Flower Rangers looking like they won that one, pushing Molten Meltdown back again.
It was a war of attrition at that point here. It's like all the ultimates being used here. And so now, once again, another reset coming up from Molten Meltdown. They have not made any progress on this payload here in this section here. 4 minutes left on the clock here. They have some time. They have some time, but now they're going lower than the Flower Rangers time bank, so they've got a lot of work to do here.
And it's always comical to see these tank-heavy matchups where Zarya's both pop their Graviton Surge and they just stare at each other like, all right.
Oh, here comes the rally coming in from Molten Meltdown. Oh, and also the Deadeye. Oh, he almost got it off.
Good patience, doesn't manage to pick anyone up, but that's all right because Molten Meltdown losing 2 of their key players. Big Earth Shatter coming out in close quarters. Right clicks abound from T-Leo.
Oh boy. Got the stun off, and once again, just using that weapon as a sniper rifle, the headshots versus.
It's a sniper rifle and it's almost a bazooka, some would say, with that right click. It pushes through, I think, upwards of 300 or 400 damage. No, it would be 80 shots times 6.
Yeah,
something like that. A lot of damage. Will kill most any squishy, any 200 health hero at point blank. So he's making judicious use of it. I like how he's using it to also do a lot of shield damage as well. Keeping the pressure up for the Flower Rangers.
Yeah, but it's always a balance as to whether you want to feed the enemy tank lines for their ult charge. You can just like pop off their shields. But
so you see Molten Meltdown. Their team is opting to go through that side there, side room. Darnuen raining down some rockets on top of the heads of the Flower.
This time it didn't work. They got called out for it, and now it's just gonna get pushed back again. Jeez, Flower Rangers just pulling out the Megazord here, just keeping them shut down.
Yeah, they're really looking to find some space. They can't really kind of engage without losing one of their key players immediately.
Yeah, this is the part of the show where, like, the Power Rangers get the, or Flower Rangers in this case, they get their Megazord online, and then, like, it's just a moment of time. There's some kind of moment where they bring down the hammer, kill out the enemy Kaiju, and that's it. That's the end of the story here. But we'll see what happens.
They do have a lot of ultimates coming up as well here.
I mean, they almost had a chance for a full hold here at this point, but looks like Molten Meltdown will not go down without a fight. They're going to push forward here.
Lagwar picking his spots well with that big Earth Shatter. Grab Barrage, very, very classic combo. Good to see that coming out on the side of Flower Rangers, and they will win another fight as Molten Meltdown gets pushed back yet again after expending a couple of their ultimates. And they will have a minute 30 to push through this part. It's almost like, they're just kind of racking their heads against the wall over and over again with this specific choke point. They just can't seem to bust through. They are managing to split. It looks like they're splitting up the teams as they engage with half their team jumping in their backline. But at the same time, Flower Rangers doing a very, very good job of staying patient, staying composed, and identifying the key targets to take out first. And then as soon as they do that, Flower Rangers
now we have Maywall coming up. So they're going to bet this final fight.
Gotta pull something out.
Maywall, come on. I don't know if they're.
Doesn't manage to pick up the Reinhardt.
Oh, they're trying to set up the Demon Bomb here, but they didn't get anybody off of that.
I like the spot.
Oh, here we go.
Lots of skulls up there. Maywall does manage to save a couple.
A defensive Maywall saves their team. And once their members are still standing, and they are pushing, but now they got to get rid of this high charge Zarya.
A nano boosted high charge Zarya. Very, very dangerous thing, pushing out a ton of damage. K-Cuz has to be careful, he does go down. And Molten Meltdown finally able to bust through that choke point. Maybe it was the main.
Maybe it was the main. I mean, I want to give credit to the main switch. It did something. It stalled them enough.
It's just enough to change how the Flower Rangers were playing their defense.
Yeah, but now Far's going over, and here's the barrage. They're going to take him down one more time, and it looks like that Flower Rangers will save the day here. If they can just get the last couple players down, but it's like I said, it's overtime. Anything can happen here in Overwatch, but that clock is slowly ticking down here, and that is going to be a game.
It doesn't look like they're going to make it.
Flower Rangers saves the day yet again. Now it's time to go back to Angel Grove's juice bar, get some more juice, you know, because you can't drink alcohol, you can have juice. So play the game. There's that Faria. There's probably going to be the Rocket Barrage. One of the first ones here. Okay.
This just warms my heart to see.
Yep.
You don't see Far too often nowadays, but
you got to be confident with those rockets, man. I mean,
T-Leo doing a very good job on the DPS role there. Very, very good work by both teams. Flower Rangers, however, the team that wins this one.
The ultimate team, as it were.
The ultimate team.
I'll have to ask later, like I said, who's the sixth Ranger? You know, who's Tommy? You know, who's Adam? Who's the Red Ranger? You know, what's the Megazord formation? All that wonderful stuff. But you know, again, I can't. I have to get it out now. And it's like this is my only opportunity. So, good stuff. Two Power Rangers though. They win in dominating fashion here, and now one more win in their group stage. So we're moving on in the group. So I think that was Group D, right?
Yep. So we will see. We'll have each group is going to Group C and D are going to play one more match, and then after that we'll be moving into our elimination stage after a short break to catch some lunch and some well-needed rest for our broadcast crew here as we move into closer and closer to the second half of our tournament.
Shout outs to production. This is a really good cast, really good production. And
whoever
really
set this up just did a great job.
I know, it's absolutely amazing. So with that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll have more Overwatch action coming to you soon.
And welcome back to Lakeside Showdown. Randy Vlor here with Will English the fourth. We are coming up on our last match of the group stage. We will be watching the mighty Morphin Flower Rangers again taking on the Bean Boys. This match does have dire implications for both teams. Both teams are 1-1 in their groups. The winner of this match will be advancing to the elimination bracket of our tournament. So high stakes actions here. Both teams will be going to Hanamura here. Hanamura, very difficult map for a lot of teams.
Yeah, it's a very difficult map. I usually don't end up finishing. It's like either you get the first point and you win the map, or you don't get, or you get the second point. I'm sorry, you don't get the second point. All right, okay, I lost my point there. All right, I missed it.
I get what you mean. It can be very frustrating both for both sides, because oftentimes it's you know, the first point's very difficult to take. There's a very, very hard choke to push through, and then the second point's even worse, right? There's very, very tight choke points, but at the same time does allow for a good bit of creativity for both sides, both the attack and the defense. So I'm most excited to see what sorts of compositions that we will be seeing. I think Hanamura is a map that caters to a good variety of compositions here.
Absolutely, and the compositions have evolved so much since like the early game. I know what I would run if it was like, you know, very early on in the Overwatch team, but now we have all these different heroes that we can try out here. And just getting past this first choke, man. I want to see this, especially with the if somebody picks up Sombra, that'd be really nice as well, just to see kind of how this works. So we did see a little bit of the Flower Rangers previously. so we kind of know what they're up to. But the Bean Boys, or the Bead Boys, okay, here we go.
So it looks like we're not seeing too much of a tank-heavy composition from either team. However, I would wager that the Bean Boys will be looking to probably adjust their. It's an interesting composition for attack on their end, but and there we go.
So we have Ash, we have Ash and May and Baptiste.
Good to see the Baptiste coming out. Apologies, I got my teams mixed up. The Bean Boys are on defense here with them. You see the May come out. They are doing a little bit of a ritual. A little pregame, you know, hype circle.
Okay, so they're gonna just hold the high ground here.
It's interesting they're holding this high ground with this May. Typically, you see them look to wall off. Looks like they're trying to split them. Very interesting strategy. Wall comes out. Zarya makes it through on the side of the Flower Ranger. Show stuck in that room. That wall not doing too much. React, however, sniping the Mad Waffle with the right. Oh yeah, and now you see T. Leo trying to go on a little bit of flank, gets sussed out here. And Flower Rangers having to go back and regroup here.
Here we go again on point A. Just you try getting through that choke. Just do this first time and then you try again. This time with a different composition. But it seems like we're just gonna have this Genji just try to.
Yeah, you see T-Leo just trying to pull them off that point, right?
Yeah. Just touch the point a little bit and then run away and just see if they can get the Bean Boys to focus their attention elsewhere. But it looks like the Bean Boys are not falling for it. At the very least, they're now bringing their mate over to the point to see if they can block off their side entrance coming in from Flower Rangers. But
yeah, Genji versus Mei, not typically in the Genji's favor. That freeze will just slow you down, stop you right in your tracks.
I mean, it's not even typical in the meta right now, but you know, they're trying to make it work.
So Flower Rangers will have their Genji coming back. They're just kind of regrouping in that top room. They're starting to make a little bit of a push here onto the point. You see the Genji coming back.
Oh boy, here we go.
Wall comes out, only manages to stop there. Hanzo, however, Immortality Field.
And gets a kill off the Reinhardt. There we go.
That's a nice react with the Mei ultimate, the Blizzard coming online here. They will have that in their pocket for the next push. Flower Rangers firmly getting stuffed here with every single one of their approaches. I think they're just very much so thrown off by the composition that Bean Boys is running and kind of where they're setting up. Most teams don't typically, hold up here with this Mei that I've seen, at least in the past. It's a little bit more closer to the choke.
I mean, this is very aggressive Mei though. I'm almost inspired.
Yeah, getting some ideas. So they do manage to wall for Reinhardt here. Blizzard comes out.
Yeah, see the information they should come out, but like he's kind of a weird position here. I guess they're just gonna push Flower Rangers back again.
Yeah, Zerglin, very nice shots here with the Ash. Does have Bob online. Flower Rangers, however, dry push for them. Did not expend any of their own ultimates. They will be quite stacked when it comes to ultimates for this next fight. Not too much in the way of defensive ults for Bean Boys. They do have the Valkyrie up for Ulfsark, and Bob as well can serve in a pinch.
Oh,
here comes a Blade. Let's see what we can get from it. That Immortality Field, however, is so strong. He's going to have to take that out first before he can get any kills. Doesn't manage to pick any up. Doorway picks him up with his Roadhog ultimate. Tons of damage coming out from both teams. Look at that. Fireworks show. Darnu Wen picks up 4.
It looks like that Genji ult just the feint to use the Hanzo ult on the high ground. And now they're going to take the point here.
And Flower Rangers dangerously low, don't have the help of their supports there as they get picked off. And Bean Boys managing to hold this point by the skin of their teeth, however, giving up 1 tick on the point, however, very much so in a very comfortable lead. 30 seconds on the clock. The Flower Rangers need to make a move here.
Yeah, and not a lot of ultimates to work with here. So they may have one sport ultimate online here. So they make a complete comp switch here. They're going to try one more time. 19 seconds left on the clock here. We can make one final push.
They're going straight speed. No ultimates for either team. You see Orbital coming up with the Baptiste ult. React looking for a sneaky pick. Finds his target on the Baptiste. Does manage to kill him. 5v6 for the Flower Rangers. Orbital shutting down the Baptiste Immortality
Flower Rangers
Field.
are all on the point here. And they expend the 1L support ultimate from the sound barrier. And they're still on. They're still holding on here. All they need to do is get the tank's off the point, and then they go also flip off here.
Yeah, the Flower Rangers giving up some progress on this point, but they are being very patient using that shield, knowing that they have the numbers advantage here on the point. It's just a matter of time. These boys are
too little, too late. Overtime's going to take it out, and that is going to be it. So, as I expected, very tough to get that first point for most teams, and only have 33% of the one tick on the point here. So, if the Beam Boys can come back and just take that first tick, they will win the map here. But
well, the Flower Rangers did get some progress on that point. Almost capped it. I do think that is due to the Bean Boys being very, very patient with their retakes of the point, moving that shield up inch by inch and making sure that their team doesn't give up too much ground, because it seems like they are very much so, I don't want to say a bunker composition, but they are picking their spot, holding their ground, and kind of daring the Flower Rangers to come at them.
Yeah, for sure. So Flower Rangers with their turn of their life on the line here, they have to hold a full hold on Hanamura here to progress into the tournament. Otherwise, Beam Boys will take it and move on into the elimination bracket. This is going to be tense.
Our cameraman is teasing us. It is getting close to lunchtime here, showing us some of the menu, what's on the menu today here in Hanamura.
All right, so it looks like we're going to go with standard 3-3 composition, 3 tank, 3 support for Beam Boys, and then Flower Rangers looks like they're going to try the same either bunker strat or camp strat or something, because they have both Ash and Bastion. And
yeah, they're really looking to hunker down here. This is very much so a pure bunker composition. A little different from what the Bean Boys ran. They ran a little more mobile, but this one they're just kind of looking to sit this Bastion down, stuff anything that's coming.
Even down to the same position here, they're just going to set right up.
They're inspired,
Just no May to come out and help for support.
Can't beat it, just
here we go. This is for all the marbles, ladies and gentlemen.
So we see this Bastion set up here. This is going to be an issue for the Bean Boys. They are kind of scoping this. They see the situation, kind of a bit of a misplacement on that Orisa shield. However, not too much an issue for either team. Bean Boys managed to make it upstairs without losing anyone. However, they do know that Bastion will be raining down bullets as soon as they walk out. That shield is going down. Ooh. Oh, unfortunately, Yohigian does fall down, and you see Flower Rangers repositioning here back onto the point.
All right.
Set that Bastion up.
The game begins.
So you see Immortality Field does come out for the Flower Rangers. They don't have that anymore, and that's why the Bastion and Flagwell will go down. They're down
man, this
very
is a
key
disaster.
players, and Bean Boys are cleaning up on this point. They will take this map.
And
it's a long walk from spawn.
It's slowly going to watch it. Maybe they give it up. Almost there, and that is game, ladies and gentlemen. The Bean Boys take it. Wow.
Bean Boys smiley face, and they will be smiling too because they are advancing to the elimination stage with that commanding win. We will see them later on in the afternoon. However, Darnu went on the Flower Rangers. He did have a tremendous ult. I am surprised they managed to hold this defense after this. I think he picked up 4 here.
Yeah, for sure. But again, it's a little too late. I mean, if they could just help this off, they would have been able to move on to point B. But it's just unfortunate to how it played out.
Yeah, you saw how patient the Bean Boys were. They weren't, phased by the fact that they had just lost half their team. They stuck together, didn't get, picked off, and kind of regrouped and retook that point.
Yeah, but they had nothing to lose here, So, like, they had nothing to lose in that particular case. They had the ultimate economy up, and they knew they were able to shut down the majority of the attempts that they had on the point. So why panic? Why panic? So, I mean, I'm having memories of like playing ranked here when I'm watching these things. I'm like, I know about that point, and I know about that setup. It's just like, like how do you deal with that, right? But like, there was no Somber play. There's no counter strat to the bunker strat. So it's unfortunate, but Bean Boys gets to move on. And so with that being said, we're gonna figure out which teams all get to move on to the elimination bracket. And we also have a lunch break coming up as well. We do,
so we'll be taking a little bit of a quick break here. We'll be coming back here. We'll have a countdown up on the screen to let you guys know when we'll be going live. Again, with our updated elimination stage bracket coming at you soon, very shortly here. Thank you for joining us so far. All right, everyone, welcome back to the Chicago Overwatch Lakeside Showdown. My name is Randy Valor. Thank you to everyone who tuned in during our group stage. We are now advancing to the elimination bracket of our tournament. 8 teams have advanced. Those 8 teams are Sup, Bean Boys, Brig Brains, the Google Boys, Spicy Boys, Vinny's Torb Sad Kids Club, and Spec Gaming. Those teams will be going through our elimination bracket, and we'll be finding out who will make it all the way through to be the last team standing. Unfortunately, with Overwatch League starting, we do have to conclude our stream here on Twitch. We will be live again at the conclusion of Overwatch League to bring you guys the grand finals and any other matches that we may have outstanding. We will be doing a full rebroadcast of the elimination stage tomorrow. The times will be posted in our social media and our Discord server, so be on the lookout for that replay. However, again, unfortunately, we do have to conclude our live stream for now. We will be starting again tonight after the conclusion of Overwatch League. Thank you everyone who's tuned in so far, and we'll catch you a little bit later.